Trisha Paytas has quit Frenemies once again. It's over something really, really unprofessional that should not have been aired as a podcast episode.
No.
One, it's boring. Two, it's embarrassing. You can't discuss revenue and wages as a main topic of the episode.
It shouldn't be. The fact that it was brought up in front of the crew at all, it's. And I don't really blame Ethan for that. I don't think he could. I don't know how I would control that situation, but I don't think it should never be brought up in front of the crew, because you just feel like, how are you meant to feel in that situation? Yeah. Now, do you think we have a semi-good insight on this, having a podcast?
Yeah.
That so part of Trisha's issue was the split of the money, which was either split 60-40 or 55-45, I can't really remember. And then Ethan took the money from the clips that would go on YouTube.
Yeah.
And that's all for production.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it in terms of us, because we are two people who do this. If I myself was doing, if you were just turning up and doing the podcast and having ideas, and I was doing all the editing, or I was paying people to do that and getting them to do all the publicity for it, tweeting about it, all of that, I was sorting out rooms and places to do it.
Else was editing the podcast, if they were uploading things to YouTube.
Exactly. If people are booking places for us to go for the podcast,
yeah,
I would, and if we were getting paid, which we're not, but if we were, I would expect a little bit more in order to do all that, because at the end of the day, all you're really doing, this isn't really how we run the podcast, we split everything equally. But if I was doing all that and you were only showing up and coming up with occasional ideas that you didn't even follow through, I would expect more of the money to pay for that. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think I get the impression that wasn't the real issue. It seemed like it was potentially a projection of something.
It was, but it was these are the things you organise before you start the podcast.